let's go into recaps. We had some cool stuff.
What?
What do we want to do first?
Let's do that Wander.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tooch, you want to take the helm because you're time travel Timmy over here? I guess time travel Tooch. It's okay.
That's what I was gonna say.
God, yeah. So, I mean, this was obviously it's Wander. It's a lot more looser and cartoony of a time travel type thing, but it's all still there. Basically, Wander and Sylvia stop for gas, but the gas station's all run down. So Wander's just kind of nonchalantly getting gas. Well, in this case, it's their like bubble fuel, their bubble liquid that they use to make space bubbles.
Orbals.
Orbal fuel, orbal juice. But he gets time orbal juice, which I guess is a thing. It's accidentally, so they end up realizing that every orbal they go, like as they hamster wheel through this bubble, they can move back and forth through time. And throughout the episode there's a lot of basically goofs basically telling the audience, don't worry, this isn't a fucking clip show, we're gonna make sure that's not.
But we are still saving money. Saving a little bit of money on this one.
Just a little bit, like 2 minutes. Every bit counts. And the most interesting thing was how they ended it. Well, no. The most interesting thing was when they went, I guess, like 1,000 years in the past or something. However many years in the past they went to the last
1,000?
galactic.
It was 50.
Yeah, I don't know. It was super duper in the past. But the reason it's only super duper because it's like Wander looked exactly the same.
Oh, that bit. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant
no,
the
convergence or whatever. That only supposed to happen once
the last galactic convergence, whenever long ago that was.
In a different galaxy.
In a totally different galaxy.
It's Wander doing the same bit with a different villain, and it's actually the villain from that episode with the hero.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just like, Wander has this whole other. He has a vast and mysterious life.
Yeah.
Of wandering.
Tumbleweed. Yeah, he's been around for a long time. He doesn't have his own name. He just goes by the names people give him. Like, Sylvia called him Wander, and in this other galaxy, they called him Tumbleweed, which is also pretty good.
Yeah.
I would have kept that one.
Well, you can't make the song, then. Tumbleweed over...
And yeah, because they also went back to when him and Sylvia met, and Sylvia was a ridiculous, awesome space bounty hunter.
Yeah. She's like Boba Fett, Sylvia.
I mean, it's very much about, like, the past happened, whatever, we've learned from that. Maybe there's some stuff we don't like in there, but who gives a shit? We're here now. And the future's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it!
We also got some fucking... Knowing Craig McCracken, that's legitimate foreshadowing.
Yeah, of what's gonna happen to Hater.
They go into the future, and Hater's pet captain, I forget its name.
Oh, yeah!
Was it Captain Tim? Was it just Captain Tim, I think?
I forgot about that thing.
Yeah, it showed up a couple times this season, but, like, briefly. And so, like, that he's gonna be in peril, and they have to help him, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah. And basically, it wraps up with them going to the gas station again, but it's 50 years in the past when it was first founded, and they have no way of getting back to the future, so they just have to wait until time orbals are invented again, and then they kind of Back to the Future it. That's kind of like how this time travel plays, basically so fast and loose, and however you need it. So then they show up, and then they basically fix the timeline, their personal timelines, by hanging up like an out of order sign so Wander doesn't accidentally get the wrong gas again, and then they fade out into oblivion again, like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I think, it's closest to Back to the Future rules, but tonally, what I got vibes of are the two of the best episodes from the Comedy Central revival of Futurama, the late Philip J. Fry, and what was the last episode called?
I forget.
Whatever the finale was. Like, this idea of, like, going through so much of time just to get back to where you need to be with the people you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very, very touching.
It was.
Yeah.
It was super sweet, and it's cool to learn more about each of their characters and their relationship, but not make too much of a big deal about it. It was nice and pleasant and fun to see.
Right. The Adventure Time was Beyond the Grotto. This is the episode guest animated partially, mostly, honestly, by Alex and Lindsay Small-Butera. Finn and Jake are sick of that sea lard they got in that episode and in that other episode again. So,
Yeah, I forgot about that sea lard guy. I kept trying to
It was
remember
from,
where he was from.
Bimo Noir and then Princess Potluck, they were at least one season apart, but they're concurrent. Because, like, in Bimo Noir, they left for a thing, like, Jake put a lipstick target on his face, and Finn was missing a sock, so he had the rash on his ankle. And then when he came back, Finn was carrying a sea lard, and Jake had an arrow in his ass, and we saw how that happened in Princess Potluck.
Oh.
Because the squirrel shot him in the ass because he was a son of a bleep blop. So the sea lard, which is just some aminal that's there, is it keeps getting in the bed. It's like, maybe we should put it back where it goes. The ocean? This pond is fine. And what's his name? What's the worm's name? Shelby. Is all alike. Actually, he needs to go into the ocean. He's a saltwater fish. So they follow him into this pond. They go through this little grotto where the super hot water nymphs are.
Yeah, they're making hot dogs.
We're making these watery ass hot dogs
out of frogs.
And they're like, sea lards are a mammal. It doesn't matter. But the sea lard goes into some other swirl pool over there in the corner, and they go into this weird direct dimension where everything's like a little bit different, or a lot bit different, but they got the same voice actors, and they start slowly losing their memory.
It was really eerie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whole part in that alternate dimension is the part that's guest animated. So, like, they show up in their pond by the tree, and they're like, oh, this is weird, let's go over here. And then, like, we see that version of Finn and Jake, and they're like two little guys.
They're like animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Bubblegum is the pond. We see the fox and the goose, Boobafina, I assume. I guess in this continuity, they got together. We see Marceline as like a leaf who plays a cool song.
Yeah, plant lady.
Yeah, we see Ice King as Princess Purple. Some guy who looks like Terriermon. Terriermon was that bunny Digimon from the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Also the third season.
Yeah, he was in Tamers too. Who else do we see? We see
Bimo.
Oh yeah, Bimo was a bee.
Yeah. Tree Trunks as, what was it?
Oh, it was
something.
Bush booties.
Yeah, bush boots.
Bush boots.
Yeah, Bush Boots, Anteater. At first I thought she was a tapir, but alright. And Mr. Pig is just like, it's like that Squidward
Really?
episode where he got handsome.
He's just handsome pig.
And they just get, like, lost and stuck and stuff.
This is the most interesting take on a parallel world that I've ever seen, because there's no direct correlation with any differences. This isn't oh, it's universe B and the difference is blank.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's just super different and weird.
But it's
like,
not
and
evil
nothing
or
directly
anything.
links up.
You know what it's like? It's like if you ask somebody who watched Adventure Time once 3 years ago to draw all the characters,
Yeah.
and also they were being deliberately obtuse about it.
And they were on some substance.
Yeah.
Maybe just like Z-Quill.
I
Not
love
even
that.
anything with an active ingredient.
I love that animation style. It's so cute and fumbly and wiggly and soft looking. I don't know. It's very pleasant to look at.
Although something that made me think about that, because the nymphs were aware of that world and like told them like, hey, avoid the purple stuff. It makes me wonder if the nymphs are somehow from neither world or exist in both simultaneously. Like, I want to see the nymphs more now that they're actual characters, I guess.
It was cool to see them again. I didn't think we would.
Unless it was at another sick party.
Yeah, we haven't really seen them since Party Animal and I guess the first game. Where they're how you saved. And then there's some more PPG.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 more episodes, another Buttercup heavy one with Octi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Where she becomes friends with Octi. He's like, this guy's actually fucking dope.
She gets the bedazzled leather jacket. Oh my god, I love it.
I love how
So
she wins a leather
cute.
jacket. She uses him to win a leather jacket at the carnival, and you think it's for her, but she puts the first one on Octi and then wins the second one and puts it on herself.
Nice.
And Blossom was really fun because we saw her being like super anal and dirt-averse.
Also, we saw that apparently they can create astral projections of random objects like Green Lantern whenever they want.
Yeah, we did just see that. Although
That is a thing.
the best part though was Blossom's leg when she kicked the ball.
Yeah, the muscular leg.
The Chun-Li leg.
It was like the leg from those prisoners that dressed up as the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we also got introduced to a new villain called Pack Rat.
Yeah, I don't know about him yet.
Yeah. But the other episode, which was
Bye Bye Bellum.
Bye Bye Bellum, which addresses the controversy everybody was very upset about, that Miss Bellum wasn't really going to be in the show. She's going on a 1,000-day vacation, because she's a smart lady. She saved...
accrued 1,000 days of vacation.
And she's taking it.
Yeah, and she's taking it, and like the mayor's got a deal, and of course he can't because he's a child, and then the Powerpuff Girls have to deal with him, and then they're like, fuck that.
That's like a 3-year vacation.
It's amazing. Can you imagine? Oh.
Paid.
That
would actually be... I'd be so bad.
I would live my entire life for those 3 years and then die.
Yeah, we get it all out.
So the Powerpuff Girls just bought this new Ninja Turtles ripoff game on their L Cube, I guess. I don't know what these references are supposed to be of. And they're loving the game.
Bugs.
I do like how Bubbles is obsessed with her personalizing her character.
Yeah.
That's very astute. That's a very new thing, is that everything's got these super that almost might be like Dark Souls, because Dark Souls has like this super detailed character creator that you're going to cover in armor immediately.
So yeah, they're like, we don't want to do all this shit. We want to play video games with our system that only has 3 controller jacks. What?
We don't want to fight crime. That's the other show.
We don't do that anymore.
So meanwhile, a new villain called
Bianca Bikini.
Bianca Bikini has broken out of prison and wants to get revenge on the Powerpuff Girls and wants to break out her sister, Barbella, or
Barbarous
Bikini.
Who is a giant ape.
Pink. I'm wearing a lovely ensemble.
She made a joke about horizontal stripes, and it's like, Femme Fatale did that.
Yeah, maybe it's a reference. She did have some fat hips. Like PH fat.
I mean, that's the only reason that this is one of the new villains I approve of.
Yeah, like she was fine, I guess. I don't know.
She didn't do much. She was harmless.
Yeah, so the Powerpuff Girls are like, oh, you're great. You could be the new assistant. She becomes the new assistant. The mayor's like, let me show you the boring part. The ultimate command control room. I have authority over all corners of this society.
I enacted martial law years ago. No one noticed.
Have you ever seen Batman? And Tom Kenny seems to be doing him even like more unhinged, just like more of a little in his voice now.
Yeah. Pickles. The colored softball. What was it? What did he call it? Fuzzy ball?
I don't remember. It was a ball of yarn.
It's like, I might like you more than pickles.
Don't tell him.
Basically, the Powerpuff Girls get sleepy. She lets her sister out. They kidnap Powerpuff Girls. They're too sleepy to do anything. The mayor's like, I gotta take responsibility. And he becomes like what was the name of that commando guy from Dexter's Lab?
Action Hank.
Action Hank. He becomes his own version of Action Hank, rescues the Powerpuff Girls, kicks major ass, and everything's saved and great.
When the news first came out that, like, oh, Miss Bellum's not gonna be in the show, I didn't really read the article too heavy, because I was just like, well, that sucks, whatever. But I originally took it to mean that, like, they had just, like, wrote her out, but it's like, no, she's a character, she's just not here. And, which makes me wonder, I'm sure that if, like, the next season rolls around, like, they can bring her back whenever they want.
Yeah, they definitely can.
Like, that would be a good episode.
I heard it partly had something to do with the fact that, like, she was very sexualized, and they didn't think that wasn't something they wanted to emphasize as much. I don't know.
The original Powerpuff Girls, there was a couple bits that it's like, yeah, but for the most part...
anytime Sarah Bellum had a scene, like a dedicated scene, like, remember the pencil sharpening bit?
Yeah.
And remember the battle between her and Sedusa? Like, that was the sexiest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Oh man, that pencil sharpening bit. I think, I've talked about this, like, this is one of the first theories I presented when we started the show, is that censors are squares, so they don't get stuff. They just didn't get it. They had to have just not gotten it.
Yeah, it's so obvious. Like, oh.
More realistically, I think the only thing censors care about is, like, what kids will get.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But, like, at the same time, you would think that, like, so it's less that they're squares and more like they're way, way, way too literal about their jobs. But, I mean, like, yeah, but, like, they could easily just, like, have her there and not write those moments. I feel like it's a little bit of a... I feel like that's, like, admitting that you would suffer from weak writing if you're just completely unable to desexualize a character. So you just gotta get rid of them. Like, I'm sorry, you guys, she's too hot.
But that was her character. Her character was that she was ridiculously hot, but actually really smart.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, like, you can
she
have
was
her, like,
porn
be there
star
and be...
hot, but had a brain. That was her whole gimmick.
But, like, she doesn't exude anything controversial if she's just, like, standing there speaking.
I think maybe the face thing? I don't know. I mean, it's a funny gag, but I guess it's almost like, oh, she the smartest woman.
I literally
Doesn't
never
get
thought
to have
about
a
it because
face.
there were so many different bits going on in other cartoons at the time for different reasons where people's various faces and body parts were obscured that I just thought it was one of those.
Yeah, it's, Muppet Babies, Cow and Chicken. Somebody else.
Like, I never even thought about it like that, but you do have a point.
Yeah. And I think the creators are just kind of like, I mean, she's
they
a
don't
lovely
want to deal with it.
Yeah, that wasn't sort of part of their new vision. I'm not mad about it. I know a lot of other people are mad about it. I'm like, I understand why you would feel that way. I think you can still make an interesting show. I'll miss her, but I'm glad to know that she's in a better place on a 1,000-day vacation. And we did get to see her a little bit, and it was great, tucking the mayor in. Like...
Adorable.
It was adorable. The Blossom impression throwback. Like,
yeah.
Was that a throwback?
Well, there was the episode where there's nothing to do.
Oh, where they switch bodies.
Yeah, where they switch bodies, and also the one where it's a rainy day, and they're just, like, playing pretend in their room, and Blossom plays Miss Bellum. And she puts, like, the bunny rabbits in her chest.
That's a really good episode.
Yeah, and also a pair of high heels that was too big for her. Whose were they?
Obviously professors. He's been known to wear high heels sometimes.
I'm into some stuff.
Remember that time he dressed up as a Powerpuff Girl?
Yeah, I mean, good for him. I just didn't... Well, that was the same episode.
Yeah, I feel like he's dressed up...
Bam, 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 bam.
I feel like he's dressed up as a woman multiple times.
How do you feel about that rock, paper, scissors gag? I felt it was too obvious.
I liked it because, like, the obvious bit would have been like, oh, wait, we don't have fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, when they actually played a game and just, like, we can't see... I enjoyed that a lot,
I thought it was cute.
I think my favorite bit about the hands they ever did was in the Body Switch episode, where in Professor's body, she doesn't know how to use his finger.
That's such a good bit, but meta-narratively fucking confusing.
Professor,
I
your
loved
hand
it and
doesn't
hated
work.
Professor, your hands don't work.
to say, I'm getting more used to the actresses now. I'm feeling very comfortable with their performances.
Yeah, I always knew that I was gonna.
Yeah.
So, Nina, what do we got for shoutouts?
Let's see here. We have an email from April Face saying that they really like our podcast. They love learning about animators and voice actors and stuff. And that they started watching Adventure Time and Steven Universe because of us, which is like crazy. Your life is different now. I'm very glad. They also wanted us to talk about either, Rugrats, Fairy Tale, or Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck is one that we've been like bouncing around for a while, and it's definitely one we want to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's just a matter of getting around to it and like finding the time to watch the whole thing. But that will happen. I can promise you that it will happen one day.
And another email, she recommended Yuri Kuma Arashi and something called Duckman.
You never heard of Duckman?
I have.
No.
It's an adult. It's an adult cartoon series. It stars George Costanza, his actor.
Jason Alexander
as a duck. I think he's a detective. He's like a private eye, but mostly it's just like, oh, this fucking cartoon duck's cuss and swears. It's one of those.
So it's like Howard the Duck, the comics.
A little bit. It's like it's. I don't know. I've only seen a handful of episodes. I think it's worth looking into again. There might be some good bits in it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's not something I often think about, but I've been hearing it pop up more and more, and so now I'm like starting to wonder if I missed something.
You got an email from Julia recommending Osamatsu-san, which we're gonna do that. There's no way we could have Tooch on this podcast and not do that.
I enjoy it.
And I'd be interested because I saw the first episode of it, and the first episode is golden. As somebody who loves anime history as much as anime itself, yes.
You guys aren't going to be able to watch that one legitimately. It got taken down due to hilariously amounts of copyright infringement.
Oh, wow.
Which happens in Japan a lot sometimes when jokey animes get too deep with their parodies, they fucking bring the hammer down on them.
Huh.
Yeah, well, I got to see it once, so we'll have to find that.
We'll get around to that.
But yeah, Yuri Kuma Arashi is the latest series by Ikuhara, and I love Ikuhara. I haven't got a chance to see it yet, but once I do, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it translates to lesbian bear storm.
Lily.
Or literally it's Lily Bear Storm, but Yuri.
Oh, nice.
This is very interesting. At Steph Eat Muffin on Twitter said with regard to our story on the Speedy Gonzalez movie that the star Eugenio Derbez is huge in Latin America. Univision broadcasted his wedding like the freaking royal wedding.
Wow.
We should Google him. So yeah, he's a big deal. That's good to know.
Cool. At Woods Wake said, newest episode and realizing that Nina made an overbearing pun without even realizing it. I didn't. Box Cutter Cade asked us if we wanted to do Wandering Sun, and I think that's a great idea. So that's going to be coming down the pipeline very soon.
Our upcoming schedule next week, we're going to do Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I've never seen it and I've really wanted to for a long time because it's Miller and Lord.
It's really what put them on the map because they did Clone High beforehand, but that wasn't successful.
Nobody watched it. Yeah, whereas Meatballs like really solidified their MO of stuff that nobody expects to be good.
Yeah.
Of taking a bad idea for a movie and making it incredible. So we're going to talk about that, and then the week after that we're going to do Wandering Sun, which is all on Crunchyroll.
At Captain Awesome says, are you guys all right? Yeah, we're
What was
good.
that in reference to?
I don't know. We're doing pretty okay, I think.
Yeah.
We're good, right?
Yep.
Maybe a little tired, but good. But yeah, thank you to everybody who reached out to us, subscribed, joined, left comments on our YouTube. We do read everything, and we really appreciate your support. It means a lot. It really makes this a lot easier than it would be otherwise.
If you want to contact us, our email address is thetoongoons@gmail.com. Our Twitter is @thetoongoons, and our Tumblr is thetoongoons.tumblr.com, which is our main website. It's got our archive. It's got cool animation posts that Nina reblogs, and no, that's it. Those are the things that are on there.
And fan art submissions.
Oh, yeah. We're also on SoundCloud, iTunes, Facebook, and YouTube. Just search the Toon Goons. And we've got fan-made Reddit and Wiki. We read all of that stuff all the time. Nina's in charge of the shout-out section, but we're all on top of it.
Yeah, We're all on top of it. Half the time I rely on Nikki and Tooch to tell me which shout out is one we're talking about, because it's like, there's a lot.
And we all love to be validated all the time. That's been our show? Oh, yeah, should I? I thought I was waiting for you guys.
Huh?
I'm very tired.
He forgot he's Nikki. He was waiting for one of us to say it.
I've been Nikki.
I've been Nina.
I continue to be Nikki.
And thank you for tuning in. Nandate isudate kimochi ikoto gashiti dadake. I really like that part of the opening.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a good opening. The lyrics are good too.
Yeah, they're germane. That's not even that common.
All right.
Even the closing's kind of related. All right. Bye, guys.
The closing was beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna stop